Hello, hi, it's Henry the computer guy, and actually today we are going to be looking at the reasons for servicing and maintaining our computers. Why do we need to give our computer service? Remember we said we have to maintain them or service them to keep them in a good working condition. So we're going to see other reasons as to why we need to give service to our computers. They're telling us that point one, to detect issues early before they become problems. For example, if you install an antivirus software on your computer, you can as well scan a computer and know that my computer is actually having some viruses. Then you react accordingly, or you delete them accordingly before they actually destroy everything on your computer. So the point is, we actually do service our computer to actually determine or detect issues early before they become bigger problems to us. Point 2 tells us that to prevent computers against viruses and malware. Why do we need to install an antivirus software on a computer? It will help us to scan, detect it, and remove the viruses or malicious software. For example, the Trojan horses and others. So we service our computers to guard them against computer viruses, which may in turn lead to the loss of our data. To speed up your computer or to improve your computer speed, remember whenever you defragment, whenever you scan your computer for viruses, it will free it from those viruses, hence increasing the speed of your computer. And whenever you remove some unnecessary information on your computer, there is a way it becomes more faster, a little bit faster from the previous speed it has been having. So we always service our computer to make it speeder or to become speedy. They're telling us that keep antivirus software up to date to prevent read or write errors. So remember, whenever some antiviruses are on our computer and they're not up to date, they're always not actually functioning well. Some of the viruses will not be detected. So you have to keep always your antivirus software up to date to prevent some of the errors that you might get when you're actually accessing some information or writing some information, for example, to CDs. So you might put in something, let's say you put a flash or you insert a flash into your computer. Actually, some of the items are not reading. You cannot access them. So we always service our computers to prevent read and write errors. Another one, to maximize software efficiency. For example, how does our software work? Is it actually working on its speed it was built on? At times, if you're having viruses, they will limit the speed or the performance of some softwares. So the reason as to why we service our computer is to maximize the efficiency of our softwares on our computers. Another one, it is telling us that to avoid rusting and wearing out of hardware parts. For example, why do we need to cover our computers with waterproof covers? To avoid them coming into contact with water. Remember, when that moisture or water comes into contact with our components, the hardware, metallic, at times they will become or they will start to rust. So if we want to avoid that, then we have to actually do something that prevents it from happening, to avoid the rusting and wearing out of some components. Another one, to maintain the computer's durability, how long the computer is going to work for you. At least take 2 weeks, as maximum 1 week. Check on your computer. What is missing? Update the missing softwares such that you maintain the durability of your computer. How long it is going to be working for you. The expected outcomes it will have to give you. So you have to service your computer. They're telling us that to remove the task Remember, we always have a computer lab. We have ventilators, windows are always open. So dirt and dust always enters the lab and goes to the components. So we always service our computer to remove the dust that might build up into our components, hence damaging them. For example, the keyboard, you start pressing the keys and they get stuck. So to prevent that, we have to service our computers. Another one, to upgrade and update the computer system. These are two words, upgrade and update. Upgrade is like you can replace it with a new one and put another one that you feel that is going to work for you. Update is like modifying the existing component or software that you're having. It actually modifies, whereas the upgrade actually does the replacing. You see something is not actually working well, you can replace it with another one. Or you can upgrade it to something that you can get. We continue. To enable data recovery. So, there are some examples of data recovery softwares that we can use. You install it on your computer. Is data recovery. It can help you to recover the information that you have lost due to some of the viruses or accidental deletion of some information. We can use our recovery software to get back that information that we had lost. So these are some of the reasons we can give for servicing and maintenance of our computers. Why do we need to service our computers? They can be some of these ones. You can also make some research and add them onto these ones. We continue. Let's look at the activities involved in servicing and maintenance of computers. What do we do to service our computers? Those are the activities we are going to be looking at. Blowing dust from computer equipment. Get your blower. Get your system in, for example, you blow the dust from it. And at times, if you're having a laptop, some of the components are light. When you use a blower, it might destroy some of the components there. So you have to at least touch them as you're blowing. Are we together? You have to be always careful when you're servicing that computer. Another one is telling us, wiping down debris from computer equipment. Get your monitor, get a clean cloth, you remove the dust, rub the dust out of it or from it. Another one, scanning computer for viruses and fixing them. At least every after 2 days, scan for viruses and delete them. It increases the speed of your computer also. It makes the computer to be faster, that's what I mean. Another one, installing antivirus softwares. And at times they have to be up to date. What do the antivirus software do? They detect and remove viruses that might destroy or damage our data on our computers. Another one, backing up data regularly. A backup is like a separate copy or a duplicate of the original. You're having a computer, you never know, you might wake up in the morning when the information is all destroyed by viruses. What do you have to do? All the important information has to be backed up. For example, get a CD, put some information there, put it aside, such that if or in case the one you're having on a computer is damaged, you have a backup or something to put in the other place of the other one that has been destroyed. So you have to back up your data regularly. Another one, updating of computer software or running software updates. Remember I said that updating is specifically modifying. You have a software on your computer, you can update it to a newer version. Remember, it fixes some of the issues, for example, security vulnerables. Some of the things which have not been there, when you update a software, they are actually installed on your computer. So that is what we call updating. Leave the lower version, go to another version. So it specifically modifies that product. Another one, Performing disk cleanups. Remember, we always have many files, those ones which have even taken time without opening them. We don't use them. We don't need them. So what we have to do is to perform what we call a disk cleanup. Clean all those files that you're not using, you don't know, or you no longer need. Remember, they take up much of the space and they keep your computer slow. So whenever you clean them up, your computer will increase the speed. Another one, performing disk defragmentation to combine files and increase the speed. It comes from fragments, scattered items. So whenever information is scattered on a computer, it gives a computer much time to locate that information in all those places. But whenever it is brought together or defragmented, the computer will actually combine them together and increase on the speed that it is using or performing with. Another one, upgrading of computer equipment when worn out, etc. and others. Remember, I told you upgrading totally replaces an item. For example, if you have been having let's say a monitor which is 17 inches, you can remove it and put another one which is, let's say, 21 inches. That is what we call the upgrading. You have been using CRT monitors, cathode ray tube monitors. Replace it with the one which is the LCD, liquid crystal display monitors. So the upgrading totally replaces, whereas the updating modifies the current product you're having. And others, as you can also make your own research and add on to these ones. We continue. So we have an activity here, which is 1.6, handling and maintaining ICT tools. They are going to ask us some of the questions here. Other than a dusty blower and an air conditioner, identify any other ICT maintenance tools in the computer laboratory and state their functions. I think we have answered some of them in the previous lessons. So you can go through, revise, then you have to answer the question well. Number 2, identify a computer which needs cleaning and clean it up with the necessary tools. That means that this is just practical. With your teacher, open up a computer, then you have to clean it with the necessary tools. What do we need here? You can need a blower. We can need some of the, let's say, screwdrivers to open up, to untighten some of the screws. And other components as you're going to give me the answers. Remember, you have to make your own research at times. Number 3, make a report of the steps followed in 2 above and the tools used in the cleaning. So you're going to be making a report on what you have been doing practically when you're cleaning a computer with the necessary tools. So thank you for watching. If you're new to my channel, please help me and subscribe. And if you have a friend who needs this, actually you can share the link to them, tell them to subscribe, and they follow along with us. It's been Henry the Computer Guy. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. I sign out.